Let's have the Sharia conditions related to Mudaraba. The following are the Sharia conditions related to Mudaraba. First, as to the capital. The capital must be known to both parties and to be returned to the Rabbul Mal upon settlement. Second, as to the profit sharing. Sharia treats the shared profit as protection of the capital. Hence, the Rabbul Mal recovers capital first. Then the profit is shared with the Mudarib at a pre-agreed ratio. In the case of multiple Rabbul Mal, the profit is distributed in proportion to their capital contribution after deducting the Mudarib's portion. Third, as to financial loss. The capital provider bears entire financial loss, whereas the capital user loses their time and effort. Fourth, as to security or guarantee. The Rabbul Mal cannot ask for security or guarantee from the Mudarib against repayment of capital or for a fixed profit amount, but only against losses due to negligence or mismanagement of the Mudarib. The fifth Sharia condition is with respect to restrictions. The Rabbul Mal can invest their funds with restrictions related to types of projects, locations, and time periods on the Mudarib, but no restrictions on Mudarib in executing their business activities. The Mudarib is also not permitted to lend or donate the Mudaraba capital or to enter into partnership with other Rabbul Mal or with other capital provider without the permission of the original Rabbul Mal. The sixth condition is with respect to the termination. Mudaraba can be terminated anytime with mutual consent or by any one party with reasonable notice period. Aside from the Sharia conditions related to Mudaraba, there are also additional conditions, such as the liability of the Rabbul Mal. The Rabbul Mal, with respect to liability, is limited to the capital invested by them only. Another additional condition is the liability of the Mudarib, which is limited to the labor, time, and skills they apply to the venture. Then, as to responsibility, the Mudarib cannot pass their responsibility to another Mudarib without the Rabbul Mal's permission. Again, or also with respect to the mixing of funds, the Mudarib cannot mix Rabbul Mal's funds in a specific Mudaraba contract with their own funds or with the investment funds of one or more additional Rabbul Mal without the consent of the original Rabbul Mal. The only exception to this rule is in the case of Islamic banks who pool funds of several depositors and provide such funds to the Mudarib. Also, additional conditions with respect to pooling of profits. Islamic banks can pool profit from various Mudaraba investments after deducting all operational costs and share with depositors. Then the reserve funds. Islamic banks build reserve funds during high profit years to compensate for low or no profits in some years and smoothen the income of depositors. The loss of the depositors and of the Islamic bank. If the Islamic bank suffers a loss, depositors bear losses in proportion to the amount they deposited.